Hey everyone, welcome back to Death Must Dies Act 3. We're here on Kront and we're going to do a big strike area build using this thing, the Ravager. So your strike damage is increased by a percentage of your attack damage. Also comes with strike area, strike damage, and negative luck on it. I'll show you the skill tree here first. So left side we've gone for life and armor with healing from Behemoth Heart. Then we're coming over here for the strike damage, ults, banishes, pull area. Increased attack and strike area as well. And then I had 3 extra points. I put it into pulverize here. And then we're going for the core strength. The strike damage is increased, but you have less luck. And then we're going for colossal strike for the big strike area. So as you can see, we do have a bit of a negative to our luck there. Now, a lot of the strikes in the game do require luck. There are some you can take without any luck. Stuff like Breath of Fire and the title one from a gear, but I've decided to throw on some luck here to counteract that, and we might take some fun stuff instead. So the gear setup here, I've gone for Big Head with Living Armor and Mausoleum of Eyes combination. So the 60% will counteract the negative 30 over here, and Living Armor is going to give us big life, and we have big regen coming from the skill tree. Then I've just gone for attack speed on some of these items where I can get them. And then the big dice over here, pretty important to just try and get what we need. The banishes here are really, really nice. And then I've just thrown luck on a couple of slots where I can get it to sort of counteract the negative. So we're sitting at, it's -8. It would be nice to get up even higher, but... So in terms of the gods, you really can sort of take any of the strikes at scale of area for this one. So anything from the chains to Breath of Fire to even the tornado. So we'll see what we can get in the run here. Guys, if you enjoyed the big strike area build here on Kront, hit subscribe to help the channel grow. Hit the little like button while you're down there. So we'll see what we can get. Someone like Summer to get more attack speed is actually really nice here. So we'll see if she wants to come up. Nin... I think I'll pass Nin for now. We got Morts. That's interesting. I don't think I really want Morts in this particular build though, and I don't think we'll go for Justice either. Legong's alright. We could take Legong. Why don't we get rid of some of his junk? And go for maybe Tornadoes? Only at white level. Let's get rid of the chains. We don't want that. All the bolts. And we'll go... Okay, we've got a nice purple tornado there. We'll take tornadoes. So, tornadoes is a luck-based one. However, it scales off the area. As you can see, it's a pretty massive area here already. A gear. Now, one of his does scale off the area too. We could take one of his. We don't want this junk though. So why don't we do this? And we could... I don't think we want knockback that much, do we, really? Let's get rid of it, and we'll get rid of some of the other junk here as well. Okay, the Tidal Wave. This is the one. I guess we could go Breath of Fire here as well. This is going to be an interesting triple combo if we see Summer showing up here. Let's see what we can get. Okay, this guy shows up again. We kind of got rid of the other attack there. Maybe we should have taken his. I don't know. Maybe if Kront shows up, we'll take his one. The chains are pretty fun on the setup too. Again, it's another luck-based one, but as you can see, these tornadoes are going off often enough. Now, so you could take projectile count and go for the ones that have projectiles, but it's kind of a wasted, you know. Doesn't really synergize with the big area. I want to take the ones that have the big area, so we'll see if someone does want to show up here. She does. We could take her attack. I mean, we could. Let's thin out the pool and we'll grab someone's attack here, because we do want to level up an attack to take advantage of the weapon that we have. So that is pretty important. So we'll see if we can go with Summers here.
You doing all right?
Okay. Alacrity's kind of alright, I guess. We could try and get... Yeah, I'll take the Breath of Fire here at Master level, I think. Not Master, Epic, whatever it's called. The purple one. So this is an interesting triple combo. So I do want to take the attack speed if we are going to go for this combination here. I think we'll just grab Fury and level it up. We'd really like to see the devotion to Summer here now. She's got the good stuff that we want for this build, the way we've set it up here now. So we got 2 of them that don't rely on luck and 1 of them that does. So, you know, we could also take the whirlpool one too, I guess, if we wanted to. That could be interesting. It kind of has this really loud and obnoxious sound effect to it, though. It's kind of annoying. Especially if you go with high projectile. I think it's that one can scale projectiles. That's an interesting one. But we'll go... we have one slot. We could take an evolution on one of these two, so... We'll see how we go. We'll see what we get to show up for us here. Okay, we've got this wave that has basically no enemies in it, which is... it's a thing. Let's just take the Fury whilst I'm off of here. Let's get it leveled up. We'll take... Yeah, I think we'll take XP here. Which one do we want? This one will give us more damage, but I kind of want a bit of everything. Let's get Fury up first. Because the attack speed will enable these to shoot off way more often, so let's do that. Okay. More damage. Sure, we'll take you. I do really want to scale this up too, because this will increase the damage quite a bit. So let's do a little bit of that. We could also just level up the strike first. Let's take this one, 9 seconds. Okay, you can see we have big, big strike area here. Now, so you could go Master and Legend offers if you wanted to. You could take off the helmet and just not even use it. You could do that. However, if you do want to play it safe here on Kront Boy in terms of your survivability, man, having the combination of the helmet and the chest piece on just it keeps you alive. And if you are using overpower, which we're not actually even using in this particular setup, you could use some overpower if you really wanted to. And to be honest with you, it would probably be really, really strong here too. I'll quickly show you what I'm talking about. So we could technically... Where's my mouse? Oh, it's totally gone. Okay, that's fine. So we could use overpower, right? Your attack and power damage increase for every life point you have. I went over here into core strength instead. Now that I think about it though, this, you probably would put 1 here and 4 over here would probably be even stronger for our stats here. We've got 1000%. So that's interesting. So maybe, you know, you could mess around with those different skill tree options, but we've used overpower on a lot of the builds already, so I want to do something a little bit different on this one. Do we start the voting? I would prefer to vote to Summer if we're going to. Incineration is kind of funny too. Let's get rid of it though. We'll take devotion. We just want the good stuff to show up that we're looking for here. Our attack and the strike. I mean, the attack speed is also really nice. So any of those three, we want to level those up the most here if we can. Now, this sort of build, it's definitely pretty strong, right? But it's not going to be a build necessarily that gets you to, say, you know, level 100 or something like that. Especially with the helmet, that gives you a big negative to the XP gain, right? You can totally do some silly screen clearing stuff here, though. Let's take the expert level. It's expert, right? Let's take that. Let's keep going here on Kront and see how we go. So, I mean, this is a pretty interesting sort of setup. We can totally just face tank the the bosses here on this one. For the most part, I mean, the Lady of the Lake, you still have to kind of chase her around a little bit because we're using strikes, right? We've got to hit something for them to pop off. So, you know, that's interesting. So you could also go for the chains and go for strike duration and stuff if you really want to as well. I mean, I messed around with that as well on some of the test runs I did, and it's pretty strong. Here's the other one. Your attackers have a chance to create a whirlpool that damages. Let's go the tidal wave here for now. We could also just ult over to Summer, which we might actually do. Some more pool range on the build here too would be really nice, but you know, we could sub some in one of the slots, but it's not really necessary. It will make you level a bit faster though. You will scoop up everything, especially with the tornadoes just killing random stuff halfway off the screen. Okay, we got XP. Why don't we try and farm them up a little bit here? Okay. So I'd also like to know if you guys have any interesting ideas for Chance for attack. Let's take Thunderstruck. You know what? We never take this. Why don't we? Why don't we take it? Yeah, if you guys have any other interesting ideas for builds, feel free to let me know with a comment down below. I feel like I've done quite a few now here in Act 3. So I was just messing around. I'm like, what else do I do? So I was just looking through the uniques that I haven't used yet in terms of like the weapons and stuff. So the Ravager is one I haven't used in a build yet, so I decided to go for this one. But if you guys have any particular ideas of anything that you think would be interesting, feel free to drop a comment and let me know. As we get sort of further away from the launch of Act 3, I'm just sort of, not that I have no ideas left at all, but I'm starting to run a little dry on what sort of builds will be interesting for you guys to see. So feel free to let me know. And if you do want to see the Fresh File Adventures, if you want to see more of that, just let me know in a comment as well. We can totally continue. I'm not against doing that. Why don't we take the Fury up to 5 here? Yeah, I'm not against continuing that series. If you guys want to see more of the sort of early game, I think we're in a pretty good position on Avalon. We could totally try and push for Darkness 100 on Avalon, or we could try and level another character and see how the struggle goes. So what is our strike damage? 1700. So that's the reason that I took the attack there, is to pump up the strike damage. We can take the base damage from the actual strike level ups too. So it's good to try and get a little bit of both happening on the build here. So we'll take a Breath of Fire this time. This thing scales area too as you level it up, so we can make it even bigger. I mean, it's already kind of going off the screen as it is. What did I miss? Oh, it's a well. Okay, so we should, in theory, just be able to face tank the boss here. Let's take more. So we'll see how we go there. I mean, we got a lot of health on Kront Boy here. He's pretty strong in terms of being a tank, especially with the Living Armor plus this helmet that I'm forgetting the name of, the one that gives you plus 300 armor. His combination is very, very strong on this dude. I guess we just take Breath of Fire here. Okay, we are very slow now. Thanks, guys. All right, let's continue here. Yeah, so we haven't leveled like crazy fast. You could throw some more experience gain on. You could even throw some more like movement speed on. You could take haste from this guy here. Well, the tornadoes. We can get the tornadoes up here. Tornadoes are pretty good. So I would say it's probably a good idea to focus on the ones that scale with strike area, or just area in general for this sort of setup, since we have so much area. It's like 341 or something at base there. Yeah, we could take more base damage here. Okay, we gotta face tank the boss here now. Where is he? Hey, buddy. Okay. We can just do this. I mean, he might hurt me a bit, but I'm feeling like we can out-tank him here. Let's get some more tornadoes happening. Yes, yes. We can try and dodge him a little bit, I guess. Ooh. Alright, so... okay. Continue on our way. So yeah, we could level up a little bit more efficiently here. We could have, as I said, more pull range, more experience gain. I guess you could stack on, if you wanted to stack on XP instead of luck, you could totally do that instead. And just level like way faster. But I don't want to do every build the same too, you know what I mean? I want the builds to be a little bit different. And we're using some stuff here that I haven't used for a while. I mean, I've used the chest piece. We haven't taken the devotion stuff too, but you know what? Let's just keep going on the base damage there for now. Yeah, I don't want to always use the exact same setups in the builds. When you have something like Living Armor on on this dude though, man, it just makes your defensive stuff just totally pop off. And it means you can sort of build kind of how you want with the rest of your gear and skill tree and stuff. So it's definitely a very strong item. Okay. Okay, we got some curiosity, or do we take damage here? Maybe grabbing a few more banishes is actually going to be nice here. Thin out the pool a little bit as we go here. So the other thing you could do is go Master and Legends and try and go for like Gem High to get even more attack speed and stuff like that. You know, it is really good. I really like Gem High. Again, we've done a few Gem High builds in sort of recent times. Let's try and go for Summer again and get that attack damage up. Let's do that here. I think that'll be really strong for the bosses once we get to the next boss. Be able to melt him a bit faster than the frog boy there. Okay, we got a heal, which is nice. Slowly heal him back here. Yeah, and I intentionally just sort of face tanked him because I knew we were tanky enough. Our damage output could have been a bit higher by the time we got there, so you could fiddle with overpower versus versus the one we took. I can't remember what it's actually called. Let's go the base damage here. I don't know, we should probably take the devotions at some point, but I'll take attack speed out of there. I'm just going to be totally honest with you guys. I don't really enjoy stacking the devotions. They kind of mess up the way the builds feel to construct during the run sometimes. It sort of makes the blessings really lopsided. Like in a build where you want to go for only one god, it really works. But a lot of the other times, it feels like you just start going on these really long streaks on gods that you just don't want to see. It is what it is. Or you get the devotion to them and then literally nothing else shows up. Chance to multicast. I don't know which one we'd even want. Let's take some Hero's Journey. Some more damage is nice. Okay, getting stuck on the trees. I'm also not really picking up the items right now as I am so full. And I just didn't really feel like doing inventory management. That's one of the other things about the game at the moment. The stash size, even though it's pretty generous, mine is like just so full. Let's multicast it. Why not, huh? Let's do it. Yeah, my stash is just so full now that I'm just every run I do, I have to like do inventory management, stash management. It's kind of become a huge pain in the butt, and I just don't really want to do it. I'm just gonna be honest. All right, let's take that Breath of Fire since we multicast it. Let's get it leveled up a bit more. Okay. If we are going to take the multicast on it, it would be nice to get that leveled up from the Fates a little bit too, but we only got our attack up to, what, level 6 or something? We want it to be higher than that, so we still would prefer see... Oh man, I'm stuck. We still prefer to see Summer here. Let's actually see... Oh, dude. She ain't coming up. Let's take the Dragonfire, though. Leave me alone, boys. Okay. I also tried Darkblade Ascent put out an update. It's like this loot extraction type of mode, and they did a gameplay overhaul. So that was a previous video on the channel if you guys are interested. It's a first-person melee roguelike. It's pretty good. It's made by a pretty small team. Released a few months ago. I covered it a little bit when it released. I think this update is pretty good. So they've added like a full-on loot system where you can actually grind loot and stuff now. Which is very desirable for me. Do we try for Summer again? I guess we just take what we're given here at the moment, but man, we would love some more strike damage from Summer to show up. Yeah, so maybe Overpower would be an interesting choice instead. What is our strike damage now? Almost 2,300, so it's not bad, you know what I'm saying? It's not strictly... we got a damage. Should we hold on to it? Take it for the boss, man. We could try and farm up some XP here instead of Node running for a little bit.
Summer's the kind of
okay. Give me Summer. Okay. Let's take that up. That increases it to, yeah, we get big increases out of it, so it's probably worth doing. Again, you can mess around with overpower instead of that one, but I wanted to use that node in the skill tree, see what it's like. So we didn't really end up taking very much that requires luck in the run, so you could just sub those luck pieces out on the gear for anything else, just damage. Even just damage percentage you could totally do if you have some good boots or something with damage on it. I guess we keep going on the Dragon's Fire. Oh yeah, there's a double cast. Oh, we're stuck. So many things in this act. Just want to slow you down, huh? So I have been enjoying doing the fresh file adventures too, so we might continue doing that. But yeah, that Darkblade Ascent, I think that new game mode is pretty good. I think it's worth checking out if you guys have not tried that one. So it's a first-person melee roguelike. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And they did a big overhaul to the actual gameplay. So the moment-to-moment gameplay now feels really, really good on a controller. It was pretty good before, but it felt perhaps a little slow, a little clunky here or there. Not terrible, but maybe a little... Oh, dude! Was that burn damage? Holy crap! What the hell? That's insane. The burn does so much to us. Anyway.
What kind of legend?
Yeah, if you guys never checked that one out, I do recommend. It's pretty fun. We could throw Combust on here. We could just reroll for the damage stuff. Excuse me, dude? Okay, Fury upgrade might be worth grabbing. Okay, yeah, so the new game mode has like 3 arenas in it. It has gear progression. You can like upgrade the shop to get higher tier items, and you get higher tier items from the more difficult arenas and stuff like that. It's pretty good. I think it has a lot of potential to be really awesome game. It's still in early access, right? So they're still working on it and all that. We'll see where that one ends up through its early access into the 1.0. I think it's pretty good though. I might cover it again on the channel a little bit. I'm definitely going to play it again. I'll see if I can record some more videos on it for you guys if you're interested. I did mention in one of the other videos too, if you do have any other games in particular that are interesting to you to see on the channel, feel free to let me know. I'm just in the process of actually organizing myself to move and stuff as well, so the content schedule has been a little bit up and down. I also, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I totally fell asleep yesterday at like 4 p.m. and just slept for like 3 or 4 hours. That's normally when I do the uploads and the thumbnails and stuff, right? So, so I didn't end up posting anything yesterday. Well, I did post the Darkblade Ascent video earlier on, but I didn't get my usual upload. My usual upload time. I didn't have anything scheduled then, so I've been a little bit behind on scheduling stuff, which, you know, it is what it is. It happens sometimes. Let's just keep node farming here. Why not? See if we can get a heal somewhere off the map to help out a little bit. We could just grab tornadoes here. Again, I haven't even taken the devotions. We probably should. I mean, the tornadoes are doing some big damage for us here, so we probably should. So, I don't know, you could, I guess, try for big strike area without this weapon, but I also wanted to use the weapon that we haven't used yet, you know, the unique weapon here that we haven't used yet. Let's see what else we got here. Let's just go XP gain, I think. Let's keep going on the damage, up to 3,000. You can see just how much damage you can get with this weapon for your strikes. It's kind of crazy. Now, it does give you the big negative to your luck, but, you know, you can throw lucky items on. So what you could even do, if you really wanted to, is you could throw on some strikes, some, like, gear affix strikes, and then just throw, like, Sloth on. And just put the Mausoleum on and just absolutely go to town. That's definitely something you could do if you wanted to. You could put Black Lightning and make the Black Lightning do insane damage with this thing. The, not Mausoleum, what's the other one called? The Novum Tarvo, that's the one I was thinking of. The one that gives you 300% luck. So you could totally do that, and the 300 will far outweigh the, the, what is it? The negative 70, right? So you could have your Black Lightning popping off on this character doing insane damage. I mean, that could be fun to try at some point. Okay, now I'm getting kind of bullied by these green dudes. Leave me alone for a second there, please. Alright, now I have not been playing it particularly... I've been going pretty casual is what I'm trying to say throughout this run, because Kront Boy can just kind of out-tank, which is fun. I don't know. I find it really strange the way they balanced Act 3 here with the revives on your chest pieces and stuff. To me, it feels kind of counterintuitive to how... It feels like this living armor was basically created to counteract the problem that they introduced by making the HP stats way lower. Because, you know, these tanky characters kind of rely on having high armor and high HP, right? I don't know, man. It is what it is, I guess. Let's keep going. We could do the base damage on some of these Breath of Fire upgrades here too now. Probably a good idea. As you can see, my dash timing is absolutely horrendous right now, but that's okay. We'll make it through anyway, even if we have to use a revive casually in the boss fight. We could get a heal between now and then off the map somewhere. So when you're using this kind of setup with the chest piece, you have basically no armor, right? So each hit you take does pretty chunky damage to you. Can you leave me alone for half a second there? Restored life. We've got a little bit of a heal. Okay. Why don't we take a Breath of Fire upgrade here this time? Mix it up, huh? We do like increasing the base damage of those, especially since we took the multicast, which it pops off every now and then. It's not as good as some of the other evolutions, I would say. Okay. Dash charge and movement speed together is kind of fun. You know what? Let's take a bit of regen here, huh? Okay. So I'm just gonna play it like pretty casual here. Let's take the luck. I'm gonna play it pretty casual in the boss fight and just try and kill her as quickly as possible. Even if we have to use a res, it is what it is. You could try and play it safe if you care about like clearing the game without using a res or whatever, but yeah, that's not something I particularly care about. All right. Well, we take the strike damage here, right? What does that put us up to? 3,400, which is pretty good. Okay, we're getting heals here anyway. We might just be able to out-tank her at this point. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's take even more damage. Okay. More luck. Okay, now we're getting a little bit bullied by some of these enemies, but I'm also just kind of dashing around like a crazy person here. Okay, can we get a damage node for the final boss here in the last like 20 seconds or whatever? Let's see what we get. Anything? There's nothing over here. Oh no. Okay, getting these arrows spamming at me. Man, there's absolutely nothing over here. Okay, well that sucks. Oh, there's one more. Go for it. Go, 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 go. Ah, it's a flower. Cool. All right, well, like I said, we'll just try and bully her as much as we can here. Do the dance. Come here. Yeah. Come here. That's one problem with the strikes. You have to make contact for them to go off, right? So it's the one advantage like stuff like casts and powers have, right? They will just pop off for you. You do not have to actually hit the enemy. I mean, look at this. We're totally out-tanking her here anyway. Okay. All right, we absolutely crushed it in the end. Let's go. We didn't even have to use the revives because we got a couple heals towards the end, so that's nice. Not really a whole lot of loot haul to check at the end here because, as I said earlier, my stash is so damn full that I just haven't been picking up very much. Let's see how we went in the end there. Tornadoes, Breath of Fire, Tidal Wave, helping out. You could totally take different strikes if you wanted to, you know, I mean, Breath of Fire, yeah, the tornadoes are better there, but everything kind of helping out. Mostly the strikes doing the damage there. I don't think we really picked up a whole lot. Yeah, no. In fact, I had 3 spaces that I could have used. Okay, I did pick this thing up from playing Act 1 that I never got. When a cast triggers a chance, you spawn a skeleton, so that's kind of interesting. I don't really have very many things you guys haven't seen. I was messing around with these, unfortunately. There does not appear to be any way to increase this damage. It's a power, but power damage doesn't seem to do anything. Damage percentage doesn't seem to do anything. Very, very sad, because I wanted to do a Scardy build with these, and... With that being said, guys, hope you all have a fantastic, amazing day. Wherever you are, I'll catch you in the next one. Smash like and subscribe for me. I'll catch you later. Have a good one.